Hey folks, so it seemed like no one really wanted to tackle digital law. And since I'm late to post my vlog this week, I decided to take it on. So during our lectures this week, we brushed the surface of our responsibilities as a digital citizen. So today I'm going to talk about the legalities that occur when you go online. When you walk down the street, there are certain jurisdictions that you're putting yourself under, such as agreeing to walk on the sidewalk instead of in the middle of the road, or agreeing to not jaywalk within 1,000 feet of a crosswalk. And if you break these laws, there is a penalty for it. And you're making that agreement when you are walking. So, when you go onto the internet, you are entering into a whole new jurisdiction and set of agreements that you need to be aware of. As we are college students, we are somewhat aware of the dangers of plagiarism and copyright law. Stealing someone's words and passing them off as your own is an obvious crime. However, we commit smaller, seemingly benign or targetless crimes every day without thinking about it. We might think, I'm not taking anything from a person. This was free information, right? But as the internet is constantly changing, we need to be asking ourselves, where is the line? How do we know when we're crossing it? And how do we protect ourselves and others? According to a 2016 article called How You Break Digital Law Daily and What to Do About It, author Suzanne Choney explains the law doesn't offer leniency for our misunderstandings or lack of knowledge, so it's up to us to know what the laws are. Even if we didn't know something was illegal, we can still be prosecuted for it. The worst thing is that the system is pretty much set up against us. Choney explains that it's almost impossible to avoid breaking copyright law because it is so complex and multi-layered and hard for ordinary people to understand. For example, it is illegal to upload a home video to YouTube that features a copyrighted song, and most popular songs we hear on the radio will be copyrighted. Now, mostly no one is going around reporting everyone's personal YouTube videos, but you could technically be penalized for having the radio playing in the background of your vlog. Luckily for us, I suppose, small digital crimes like these are regularly ignored. However, there are several ways that we accidentally break digital law every day without necessarily knowing it. Here are some examples for you. Sharing music that you bought onto your friends' devices. Downloading a TV episode. Making a mix CD. Sending your friend a recipe that you saw on a cooking blog. Creating an online music playlist. Using images to make a meme. Using any commercial software that you didn't pay for. And you're also committing defamation when you post something really unkind about another person on social media. Now, doing any of these things, you're not really intending to commit a crime, but you could be technically held accountable for any of them. Some of the most common punishments that can occur when you break digital law include your work being removed from the internet, loss of internet connection, fines, and in extreme cases, jail time. Hopefully, none of us are going that far to the right. These deterrents are a product of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and depend on your number of offenses and whether or not the owner of the material decides to report you. Under this act, copyright holders have a lot of control over what we share and how we share it. Derek Bombauer, a law professor at Brooklyn Law School, explains that copyright infringement occurs most frequently in our online communication, meaning in our emails, blogs, and social media posts. As digital citizens, our Professor Logan explained that we have both responsibilities and rights. Most internet users feel that they have no rights, but that usually means we're just unaware of them, and they do exist. According to media attorney Michael Meffley, you have these rights. You have the right to not be defamed or have your reputation significantly damaged online. You have the right to protect any original work that you upload to the internet. You have the right to digital asset protection. For example, if anyone tries to take your domain name. You have the right to defend yourself you have the right to upload information to niche sharing sites, such as uploading a music playlist to Turntable. You can also post information to sites that use offshore servers that are not subject to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, although that's a lot of work. You can unlock your phone to install legally obtained software or to use it with a different carrier, although you do take the personal risk or personal responsibility of risking your warranty for your phone, but it's not technically legal. And as a teacher, you can rip a DVD for educational purposes under the Fair Use Law, which means using content for the sole purpose of commentary or critique. And under this law, that means you could also photocopy a newspaper article to use for a lesson plan. A general rule to follow is to avoid profiting from the work that might be using copyrighted images, because this only compounds the situation. So if you want to create a meme and upload it, don't do it for money, or else you risk attracting retribution from copyright law. It is unlikely that you'll be prosecuted for breaking copyright protection if you're using information solely for personal use and not sharing it with any other person or party. When modeling digital citizenship to your students, a good tip from law professor Derek Bombauer is to ask yourself, does this feel wrong to me? If it does, it probably is. As Christians, we are called to a higher standard of living and to model this to others. Since digital crime is often socially acceptable due to its anonymity, I'll leave you with a reminder that nothing we do as Christians is actually anonymous because God is always aware of what we do. We should be doing the right thing even when no one is watching. When we are in the classroom especially, we should know that our students are watching our behavior and mimicking what we do. We're giving them the healthy limits and expectations for what is acceptable. Children learn these limits while watching the authority figures in their lives. They look to us to show them what to do. So please don't show pirated movies in your classroom unless it's for educational purposes. Just kidding. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts.